Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Cincinnati Bengals. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They run it here with Thompson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. Dancing to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Febrezey to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, get ready.
And Dalton to throw. Buying time to his left. And his first pass is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun, going deep for Eifert. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
2nd down, Hackenberg. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Check! Patriot! Patriot! Gone! 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 Gone!
Hackenberg now to throw on first. And that is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing again, Hackenberg on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Hackenberg now. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first down throw for Hackenberg. Throw left side complete. That's King. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, Hackenberg. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Christian Hackenberg, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And now running right through it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The interception. Here's Hackenberg. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. To throw here, Dalton. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing, Hackenberg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Bengals. 41 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Go on the ball. On the ball.
Dalton on third and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Back to that Philly. Here we go. Back to that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here's Hackenberg. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw is Hackenberg. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
Final play of the half, Hackenberg. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So Dalton now. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Kennedy. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going deep depth. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
12 more yards there and another first down.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw on second down, Kennedy. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
368! Move!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Escaping the pressure right, and this is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Hackenberg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Hackenberg taking it himself. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Hackenberg to throw it this time. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Geis receives the pitch, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Detroit!
Hackenberg on second down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Hackenberg. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Nixon with a first down carry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. It's second down. Dalton looking. Eluding the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On second down, here's Hackenberg. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Watch it now, Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Switch. Watch it now, Barney! Hot!
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He's going to go for a big play. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
We're good.
From midfield here, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Here you go, 368. 2 by 2. Move.
Here's Dalton. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First and 10 for Dalton. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
We're good.
Another chance for Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And here come the Redskins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
No. Check. Patriot.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again they run. Again it's Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Dalton wants to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Looking to throw. Kennedy steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw on second down. Kennedy, he's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. So now Dalton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Hurry up!
Oh, surprise. Hackenberg looks to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.